Welcome back. We have a special guest joining us on the show, but very low on words, so may not talk a lot, but will bark. This is Sky, and Sky is an Australian Labradoodle. Thank you for being here. But we can actually pull out to the wide shot now. We actually have Sky's owner joining us today, Trudy. And in the far chair, we have joining us as well Rick and his dog, Marley, who is a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Thanks for being here, guys.
You're most welcome. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, so great. I got your contact information when you sent in a letter about what you guys do, and I felt compelled to have you on because so many people get so much out of this program. Maybe start by telling me, Trudy, a little bit about how it works.
The St. John Ambulance Therapy Dog Program is part of the St. John Ambulance Healthy Communities Program. So much like the medical first responders who are at all of the hockey games and sports tournaments, the therapy dogs are volunteers who volunteer with their family pets to visit 1 hour a week at a care facility, a hospital. We have dogs that go to hospice. We have the Pause for Reading program at the library. We're hoping to expand to the Boys and Girls Club. And our most popular program is our True Hug a Puppy program every Thursday at the university.
And that's where students can go up and hug a puppy. I think we did something on that on our news a few days ago.
Oh, you did. It was exactly. And this next week, we're actually expanding our Hug a Puppy program to the True Law faculty as well. So we'll have some dogs there.
The law students are probably pretty stressed out, right? Anyway, sitting on the end, of course, as I just mentioned, Rick, you join us as well. I know you're a bit sick, so I'm not going to ask you to talk too much. But your beautiful dog, Marley, she's gorgeous. You've got to tell me her story a little bit.
Yeah, Marley's 4 years old. We specifically picked her up for this program. We kind of did a little bit of research, and this is what we wanted to do. We do Kamloops Senior Village, Ridge Point, and the university. But a lot of our residents I see, they have no family in town, so I'm it when it comes to visitation. So it's very dear to our hearts.
And very dear to the people that look forward to you coming in, I'm sure.
You get a good rapport with them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what kind of reaction you get from the people who look forward to seeing you at the Kamloops Seniors Village.
It's, I do one-on-ones, so I normally don't do a group atmosphere there. And so I get referrals. And we have what we call a sticker program, where we put stickers on their names, tags, so that new members know to go to that room and check out. And the response, a lot of the people I visit have Alzheimer's, but they don't forget the dog.
Interesting.
They haven't got a clue who I am, but they know the dog.
That's interesting. And that speaks volumes.
And most of our volunteers will say that they, even after you've been working at a facility for a year, they will always remember the dog, but not necessarily the handler that comes with them.
Very interesting. We're going to give your voice a little break now, Rick, so thank you for talking. You sound fine, by the way. It's just fine. Tell me this, how many dogs are involved in this program? And if you know somebody that you think could benefit from this program, can they sign up? How does that work?
Right at this moment, we have 56 dogs that are working in the Kamloops. We could probably, based on demand from the facilities, have probably 70 dogs, probably for the size of this community. If anyone is interested in the program, they just call the St. John Ambulance office. I do a telephone interview. We do have orientation. There's an application process. The dogs are thoroughly evaluated by certified dog evaluators for an hour, individually and as a group. And dogs like Sky and Marley that are child certified, they go through an additional hour evaluation with children, with a dog evaluator.
And that's all for the best, of course, because you want to make sure it's always a positive experience.
Right. And what Rick mentioned about the residents at Kamloops Senior Village is what the research is showing about therapy dogs. That's why people will have noticed that there are more therapy dogs being used in hospitals, care facilities, schools, and rehab centers. Is based on the new research in basically Britain and the big hospitals in the U.S. About what happens when people have time with the dog. It reduces stress and anxiety. Their heart rate goes down. their mood improves. They can actually identify chemicals in the bloodstream of people who've been around dogs. It can reduce depression, especially in the elderly and Alzheimer's patients as well. It can reduce aggression. Sky works at Hillside Psychiatric Facility, and they have used Sky for that occasionally as well to calm people down. And sometimes he's the reason people get out of bed. Sometimes.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah. So endless positive results have been found with the interaction with dogs, obviously.
Exactly. Some of the big hospitals in the US and Canada have their own in-house dog team, and physicians, somebody going into rehab, will actually assign a dog to visit and to go to rehab with them.
Oh, really?
And even some of the big airports now, Edmonton and Saskatoon now have therapy dogs at that crush holiday season to reduce anxiety.
That's fantastic. Love it. So glad you guys came on the show. I almost wanted to ask you if you could just leave your dogs here for a full hour and I could hang out with them. But how lovely. I love hearing about this program. I just know how much good it does for the community. So thank you to the both of you for coming on and letting us know a little bit about how you're impacting the community.
Well, thank you for having us, and I'm sure the dogs enjoyed it. Dogs need to be relaxed,
Sky doesn't
but
look
maybe
very stressed
not
out.
this relaxed.
He's pretty relaxed. Anyways, Rick, thank you to you and Marley for coming on as well. Marley's pretty chilled out here too.
Yeah.
Very, very chilled out. They're so sweet. If you would like to get involved, if you know somebody you think would benefit from this, because dogs are great therapy for all of us, aren't they? Information is on the screen. We're back in 2 minutes. Stay with us.